Good, folks. So, y'all see how things work? Y'all see how things work? So, right before I notated that my video is like a dangerous topic, my computer cut off. You know, not cut off, not computer cut off, but my video cut off. So, maybe I pressed the thing and like in excitement or just my, I like, not like it feeling, man. Like I said, it's some things that it just is that you can't really explain. But it's like, as I was like, really going in, like I just know I looked down, like my thing wasn't even recording. I'm like, I guess I'm gonna just have to go make it again. But anyways, so the topics like I'm talking about is like dangerous videos, right? You know what I mean? So it's like certain and the example that I used was y'all go watch Bleach, frame of reference or whatnot. 13 court guard squads, right? We can say squad 1 through 8 knows nothing about a topic. Squad 10 knows everything plus more about a topic. Squad 9, I guess they know a little bit about a topic. So starting over. 1 through 8 know nothing about something. 9 knows a little bit. 10 knows everything plus more. 11 and 12 know a bit about it. You know what I mean? Probably more like intermediate. So like if you were to say level of understanding or something of something, and like 1 through like 4, there's like 3.8 or like 4 or something like that. And then squad 13 knows even more than squad 10 does, but they play coy. You know what I mean? They play like they don't know nothing. So the example that I use is like you really don't know like what folks are about. Like so it's gonna be all over the place until I get back and got centered or whatnot to what my original video topic was. But it's like you really don't know. So it's like I don't like when it's like conversating with folks. It's like whoever it is, man. It's like family, friends, like work. Especially, I made a video about that. I'm like, I'm talking about them, but like, do they know that? You know what I mean? And obviously, the answer to that question is probably not, unless it's something good. But it's like, what groups do you see is like talking about someone that's like good like that? Unless it's like what I mean? It's like with the homies or like a group of girls and whatnot. Man, when I when it don't seem like I'm in the area, man, or when I'm around the corner, just like post it up or something like that. Not like on purpose. Like I'm doing my thing, and then y'all show up and y'all start talking about like dudes, man. Like y'all need to stop this little girl image now, y'all. Yeah, I know. Uncle Okari don't tell me about y'all, man. Nah, I'm just playing, man. But like, so you don't really know, but and as that kind of goes back to the topic, I think I said it. I don't know how much of that bit. Like I didn't look at the time. I think it was like probably like a minute or two or something. Like probably like I don't even know. I could check right now. As a matter of fact, hold on one second. Let me see how much of that video was actually went through. I might take a second, y'all, but I'm gonna keep I'll keep talking. But like you just like you gotta, and I guess I could just repeat it. It's like Easter as a topic is why I'm making this video. Like I wasn't initially, and I'm repeating it, and I'll probably just post this one. I probably won't post the other one. That was like, let me see how many minutes that video was in. But it's like, y'all look at, hold on one second. So like, it's celebrated on like one day, right? But it's like you don't obey the stop sign on one day. You don't obey the stop sign on 1 week. You know what I mean? Unless you want a ticket. And it looks like it was like 4 minutes, so three and some change. So I'm repeating this, I guess. I'll just post this one. I won't post that initial one. Again, this C is gonna be 2C1 finally, right? I think I'm on like 3C4 and 3C3. I like those type of videos. I think it's a lot of a lot of things to discuss that isn't like, what I mean, dangerous. But you don't obey the stop sign like one time. You don't shop for groceries when you don't got no food in your house, and you like fast food and stuff like that. Like you don't go shop for fast food like you don't go grocery shopping like once a year, right? So why you know is Easter like once a year? So um, back to the court guard example, like how this current holiday when I was like chosen right for a day is one of those like Thanksgiving. It's one of those like I guess like a lot of holidays actually. I think Christmas is the only Christmas, Halloween, and um I think it's one more, but it's not even like chosen like a day. Like if you were to call it like holidays, it should be like one day, right? It's like chosen, block off this day. We got Rip Kobe. All the people that I like that are ripped. I'll keep saying rip, man, because I just like it's just so many people that just like when I was like a kid, I'm gonna keep saying just like it's one of those days. It's one of those kind of videos, but like when I was like college or whatnot, like a youth, bro, like a youngin' man, like just watching Kobe and them, and Nipsey as he was coming out, Rip Nip Man, and Lil Keed and Rip Lil Keed, bro. Like back in 2019, I was really changing my music style, and I think that's when I really changed as a person. Again, that's when I became more, that's when I became vegetarian. That's when I became more spiritual and whatnot, because I'm spiritual soul. So it's written, look, and I'll try to be way better with my verses. So y'all like actually look like okay, well, he knows what he's talking about. It's like certain topics, like does he know what he's talking about? He's not doing like the whole thing. It's like other guys are doing that. Why is he not doing that? I'm gonna break that cycle. You know what I mean? Or I'm gonna break that, I guess, structured type of thinking. But it's like um back then I'm became like spiritual or whatnot. It's written that he that worships me must do so in spirit and truth, right? So that's the truth aspect of it. In spirit, that's the church aspect of it, right? There's more to it, so it's two sides to it, kind of like the example. And I think I said so far, talking about Kisuke and Kyoraku, Shinsui Kyoraku, and Kisuke Urahara. Like some characters will see them as just like they play, they joke all the time, like they're not serious. Like is he strong? Like is he smart like that? Like, and they show certain characters that they're just play around. But most cases, if you wanna know, like like these they about to. If we were to say like non like wrong cars or like Quincy's or anything like that, like Soul Reapers, like alive at the time of like the Blood War or whatnot, or even like the last arc, when Ichigo got his powers back, the full brain arc, like these are like top like five characters, like what I mean, and just like how they play and joke a lot, like you would never really think that. My example was like that squad. I believe I said 12 knows every or 11, 12 knows everything, and not literally to the show. Well, we can say 12 is like the most intelligent squad, but like that example aside, like or that example in mind, but not literally in the show, because I think Squad 10 is Toshiro's squad, and versus like the other squads. I mean, he's pretty undo. He's pretty undo. Kine was there before, not Kine. Ichigo's dad, Ishin was there. That besides the point. Like you just gotta not only take things as like face value, like okay, well this is what this person is showing of themselves, but I also gotta keep in mind, well, maybe that's not, maybe that's like they're maybe playing character, you know what I mean? And the only way that you would know that is by actually like knowing a person. That's why I don't like when you talk about people. It's like, well, you're just talking about what they're showing you. You know what I mean? Unless it's like you really get to know them type thing. It's like I think when you really get to know someone, it's like not just like sharing from like both sides, like what both folks are talking about. And look at me kind of getting away from the original topic. This might be a longer video because it gotta be because it's Easter and this is a Christian video. So I might get to 20 minutes. It might be a freebie plus or probably not, but man, y'all just like to hear me talk. Y'all just like to hear me talk. If not, I like to hear me talk. Nah, but um, what they're just showing you, like man, you can't just like, and that's what I don't like. I know personally, like I didn't been written off by lots. You know what I mean? Just by what I show folks. You know what I mean? It's also like you try to like kind of sit back and how's it like? What example can I give? It's like kind of like anime. Like I'm just an anime dude, man. Like anime was like my first like friend when I was playing. But like I love anime, man. Wow. Like Goku, like he never like fights people like Dragon Ball Z Goku. Like he never like fights people like that. Like until he's like, okay, now let me power up. I never like, okay, this is who I am type. Like I like to sit back and let people do what they do as I play like a Kisuke type a like role. It's like until I see, okay, well that's what they're about. now I'm gonna be what I'm about. So, and by that point, I mean a lot of the times, like unless you, and it's just like certain relationship, it's like okay, well this isn't really supposed to be, this isn't supposed to go too far. Like I guess I wasn't supposed to hang with this person anyways. If they don't like me as what I'm displaying, that it may not even be me, right? When I actually show who I am, like don't like me then. Like if I show who I am initially, like that, it don't work. Like, like it's not longevity. What like there's no point. Like I don't think no anyone like really does that. I mean, it's just like everybody just goes day to day, just like playing a character. Whatnot. That aside, man, it's Easter. Happy Easter, y'all. But every day is Easter for me, man. Like it just is what it is. I'm pretty sure in this video, earlier I said, I don't even I mean, said something like, I'm a polished man, like, so I can give y'all like descriptions and recommendations of just like what to read. Like, I think I said earlier, oh, what am I? And I'm gonna keep saying, I think I said like, this is just a vibing kind of video. Like, this video is not serious like that, but you know what I mean. It's pretty early too, so I'll be better with like my scripture recommendations, man. Like I said in one of my videos, I think it should have been a freebie. Um, watching like Mark the Messenger, folks like that. Like he helped your boy out, man. Like shout out Mark the Messenger, man. Like, and I remember when his channel was like really small, like he didn't have too many followers, and then he had like a bunch of followers. Like he has a bunch of followers today, man. But in that, I mean, like I said, it's a dangerous video, but in that, I mean, some people, appear to like if they never appeared at first, like the path is different. You know what I mean? And me, I just re-downloaded like after I told y'all like my phone was stolen from me on the second day of the year, and on that second day of the year, I had like two job interviews like lined up. And that was a Thursday that I lost it. I had one lined up on the Friday, and I had one lined up on Monday. I redid those interviews, but I didn't get the thing anyway. So I mean, there's a reason behind that. But like, you know what I mean? Lost that. So where was I going with that? So lost my phone and like, bro, I could pause the video, or I'm gonna just keep talking until I get back on topic. But like, bro, you know, shout out Mark the Messenger, dude. Lost my phone. A lot of times you just lose your phone, or you lose something like important like that, and it's like, okay, well now I gotta figure out what to do. It, I fig man, I done lost so many based on like just that. Like I had like my Chime account was on there, so Google Pay was on there. So I was doing tap to pay. I never got my Chime card, so I left Kansas before I could get my card, and you know what I mean. I just never got my card since. Just wild, bro. Like losing that phone, like all the pictures on there, like it's really just like school stuff and like some dangerous stuff that I found on like Twitter and like Facebook and stuff like that. And it was like, if anyone is like going through that SD card, and yeah, the music is going through my SD card. They see some things. They see some dangerous things for your boy, man. But like, and make a profile, I guess, or not. I don't know. I hope that SD card is like destroyed or like in the trash somewhere, man. I had a lot of things on there, bro. But like, my example I was gonna make, I lost like every music that I had from like all the artists, like the music. So the phone I have right now is like pretty older, but I have like my favorite artists, like of course my top 10 and a couple other guys, Griselda dudes, and a couple more people, man. But like one such artist, like, and the example I was trying to make was like if you're life and just like what you're doing can be like deviated and like led astray. I say led astray, or just like the path can like change based on meeting like one person. You know what I mean? And for the longest, I was trying to figure out like what Earl Sweatshirt album, because all my favorite, my top 10 and was most artists except J Cole. Like I have like one song from multiple of his albums, but mostly everybody else is just like one album from him. Like I could put a lot of music on the phone, but like on my phone, but like I'd rather not. So it's just not the same. So I lost it for a reason, and hey, I'm still here. Still, you know what I mean? Almost like what 4 months later. Anyways, man, no cell service, man. I've been using the text now, and I've been using the kids number. You know what I mean? Instead, I had a North Carolina number for like 8 years. Someone took my phone. That the joint is gone, man. But I could have called like T-Mobile. Mint Mobile was no help. I could have called T-Mobile because the phone was Sprint, and then Sprint merged with T-Mobile, right? And then from T-Mobile, I brought that over to Mint Mobile. But what the person did, like when they stole my phone, like they called Mint Mobile and changed the number. Like, and then me calling Mint is like to describe the situation. It's like, oh, it's not even in our records. So it's like, what do you do then? But that aside, like Earl Sweatshirt, man, like I was trying to see like what album of his do I want to have on my phone like that. And it's like it initially was what he dropped in 2023. You know what I mean with the 2023 album. But I just noticed like it wasn't like the same like feeling from like is this like of course it's Earl, like of course it got like the rhyme schemes and whatnot, like it's Earl Sweatshirt, bro, you know what I mean? But like it didn't feel the same like as I was listening to like, and this shout out to Earl, bro, like from um from like I really started on like Doris. I heard the album before that, but I mean some folks will like it or not. I like the album. Um Doris to I Don't Like to some rap songs to Feet of Clay to Sick to what he just dropped with the Alchemist 2 years ago. Like all of those, like, and I just wasn't feeling the feeling. So it's like I deleted that. I put Feet of Clay. I wasn't feeling that either. And then I just re-downloaded some rap songs, and it's like this is that Earl that I remember. You know what I mean? So it's like, and at that time, like that's when he started collaborating with some folks, man. Like that he wasn't collaborating with before. Like if y'all are like a real like Earl Sweatshirt fan, like the catalog that he has just based on his like unreleased songs on like YouTube. Like if you were to, he's literally MF Doom. Like he's literally like if he made an album, he can make like probably two, three albums. He's only doing like since 2015 like 10 song albums. Like all those unreleased songs he's got like it's probably like 30. He probably made like what I mean, two, three albums just based on that. He's definitely top five. Then he's most definitely MF Doom like Junior, man, or if not like a whole MF Doom like two or like B side. You know what I mean? There's A side, B side. They're both equal, but just like what I mean. And I could also reference something, but that is very dangerous, and I will not be doing that in this one. I will not be posting such videos because what I mean. I won't, but my main things will just be referencing like scripture and things that help me based on scripture, and it's in there. It's just people don't know that. So what time is it? Like it's like 10:05. So I should probably wrap this up and start going to church, right? Is certain things like that just like help me, whether it's like yeah, it's in like scripture or whatnot. Like I said, like certain things in terms of just like whether going in person to church or like watching the videos on like YouTube. I said shout out, what I mean. Y'all go through my videos, man. I done figured out some things, but but one of my shout outs, I shouted out where I'm referring to, and if you use like the context clues or what I'm referring to, I just said, church online, right? So, and I shouted out. So y'all go through my videos, man. At some point, I'll just be doing them in order. I'll probably post this one today, and this is like a 19-minute video, man. Like, how much longer is he gonna talk? I don't know. So I'll just based on the day, just say some things that help me, man. Like scripturally, I guess. So um, like I said, for me, like every day's Easter, man. Like I don't follow, and isn't it's also written that like be not conformed to the ways of the world, right? You're of the world. You're in the world, but you're not of it, right? And certain things like that. It's like, and in my first C1, and that video was like very first C1 part two. Like I said, like it's not just like Easter comes around or Christmas comes around or I call them like the basic, Jesus stories, man. Like you watch Jesus films, like if you're Nigerian or African, like we refer to them as like Jesus films. You know what I mean? Like that's not all it is. Like it was going down like in the Old Testament, man. Like all these like we could say what they're doing in like anime shows and all these like Game of Thrones and Walking Dead like times 10 they were doing that in the book in the Old Testament. Come on now, like come on somebody, like I'm not gonna pass it right now, but like I could like, and I just like man, do y'all do y'all read like language? You know what I mean, or do y'all just individually read? I mean, it's some folks who can say some things like, "Oh yeah, I read the Bible like it's like 2 3 times." It's like, did you get anything from it? It's like, oh, they just read it like it's like a regular book or something. Like, I mean, do you not? Are you not understanding like how many references in pop culture and just like in general that has been taken from like whether y'all want to say is make believe or not, like it for something make believe to be like as it is today, like as powerful as it was like back then, even more or quote unquote like whatever you want to say, like to be respected, like regarded in that matter, like it can't be like fiction, like it can't be, man, like they is I don't believe that scripture, but it's like it's all it said it's written, it said like the greatest trick that the deceiver uses is to convince the world that he doesn't exist, right? You know what I mean? So like all these TV shows, like whether it's like Family Guy, South Park, like, and that's what I remember from back in the day when I was really watching TV like that. Like, why do they keep mocking like Christianity? You know what I mean? Like they don't try anyone else. You know why they don't try anyone else like that? That's like if I were to say something like, you know why they try like the orange dude up there, like, cause he getting things done. Cause he getting it's dangerous, bro. This is the day. It's transitioning into dangerous, man. Like, cause he getting things done. You know what I mean? And like Christian, cause it's Christianity's like, cause it's real, bro. It's like it's not like if it wasn't, how many religions like are there? Like really count and see like how many are there? Like lots. You know what I mean? Like lots, bro. Like and why insert quote unquote religion from like South America or something like that, or from like you know that's not like uh, that's not like a Middle Eastern like religion, right? There's branches off of those, just like there's branches off Christianity. There's branches off like Middle Eastern religion. Why not pick one of those and bring that to the forefront? Start talking about it. Start mocking it. Start laughing at it and stuff like that. And what they do to us. You know what I mean? Because they know that what we are is like is real. Like, but bro, I'm outside, y'all. I can't even like if I was in the car or if I was in like you know what I mean, like a study room or something like that. I'll really go in, man, because I'm really like certain things just have to stop, bro. And it's like and it's not helpful because like the, how structured. But this joint is like if I were to like what I'm explaining and describing right now is like my favorite team has been like the Cardinals, like even before what I mean, for a while now. Like high school, I was picking like what's my favorite team, and when I was in high school, like these are my thought process. Like what's my favorite team? Well, I like teams that are like defense and offense, like solid quarterback and like the defense is good. So at that point, that was back in like that was like 14, 13, 14, 15 or whatnot. 13 and 14 really, because that's when I was watching football. After the Kaepernick thing, I stopped watching football like that. I was like, so Ravens, it was like if it went from like Ravens to like Panthers to like Cardinals or whatnot. Um, so like with the Cardinals, bro, like and I just forgot again, man. Like, yo, it's crazy. Just forgot again, man. So this video might be like 5 more minutes. It could easily be even more than that, man. And I think my computer is better with posting type videos. So like a 30-minute video on my computer versus like if I were to record it with my phone or something like that, it would probably in on my phone like a 10-minute video. It's probably gonna be like the same like gigabytes or something like that, which is what not gigabytes, megabytes. So this might be like 700 or something like that, and like a 10-minute video on my phone was like the same 700. So whatever the case, like it's recording it is doing that for whatever reason. I don't know. But the point I was trying to make was like, yo, hold on, bro. I'm talking about like high school, then I went to like Cardinals, and like this ain't popcorn, man. And I appreciate y'all, man. That aside, in my anime video, I think y'all like when I talk about anime, bro. Like I said, like I love anime, man. But like, dude, being a card, I stopped watching because the Kaepernick thing. 2014. I could make like a part two. I mean, or can I cut it? Is there like some kind of YouTube studio can like cut videos or something like that? Like I don't know, like splice videos. You know what I mean? Like I'll probably do that, man. It's like unless y'all want to watch this as like a movie, but I mean this is actually like podcast like type. You know what I mean? Like all my podcasts have been like I think my longest one that I made maybe not posted yet or probably not posted yet. It's probably like 18, 20 minutes. I mean, hey, we gonna get over that, man, cause what today is and how passionate I get, man. Like, y'all don't know how I get. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But like, there's just certain things, man. Like, you just gotta go in, man. Like, to really show that you know what you're talking about, bro. Like, otherwise, it's like, why am I listening to you? Like, again, like. Yeah, me be thinking like, why am I watching this guy's videos? Like, I don't know when these are gonna blow up, if they do, but like, shout out if they do, man. Like, I've been throwing my name, like my nickname or whatnot, and this may as well be my real name by now. Like, for a while, you know, I mean, like a year or so, man. Like, I rock with it, man. Like, I got it from 5Ds, Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds, like Akiza. I rock with Akiza, man. Like, if I find a girl like that, bro, like she never gonna need anything, man. Like I'm a Yusei kind of guy, and look, she like Yusei, right? So I got it for because they called her like the Black Rose, right? She was really troubled, but Yusei fixed her. So I'll fix somebody, like I'll fix somebody's daughter. No, I'm just playing, but it's wild, man. Like there's a lot to like. What point was I trying to make with the Cardinals, man? I'm gonna keep talking, and then this is gonna come to me, right? This is a lot, bro. Like I guess I can go to what I was talking about in the original video. I said it cut off at like 3 minutes or something like that. So that whole, y'all know how I'll just be talking, bro. So it could easily been like a 7 minute video. I looked up and my thing wasn't recording. So, um, you know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of distractions. You know what I mean? So how often would you think about something like underground? There's like, you know, um, like there's a whole plumbing system as well as there's a whole fiber optic system as well as there are underground refuges, you know what I mean? For like storms or whatever, right? There's a lot of stuff there, and like if you look in the building, the electrical wiring as well as the plumbing system as well as the security system as well as the structure, like the foundation, like in the center. I'm not a civil engineer or anything like that, but engineers we kind of understand each other. So I get like what the main point is. Like I'm not sure what the like the dynamics of it will be, but I mean for like a building structure, especially when it's like more than like 10 stories. I mean, yo, it's got to be mad intricate, dog. Like for and most I think most of the force. So we call it like it's been a lot of years, y'all. So I took statics back in 2018. So it was just like, y'all. It's been like 7 years, but it's like any force that you apply to some kind of structure like that is like it has to zero out in such a way. So what I kind of envision it as is like the surrounding structure, right? So the center of any building has to like collapse into the building in such a way, and the surrounding structure has to also collapse in that way, probably upward, like outwards or something like that. But the results in like all those forces that are applied in like a building or whatnot, it's a box. That's why I'm making the shape, not a box, but like rectangle or whatever. So quadrilateral, right? Has to it has to zero out, or else some will topple. I think that's what they didn't understand, or maybe they knew about it. They just did it. They whatever with the Leaning Tower of Pisa. you also have to look at like the, like the soil that's in there, like the ground, like surveying, like all kind of things, man. Like there's all kind of things that go on at the exact same time. And it's like, and just imagine what the Lord is like everybody, you know, just imagine y'all, like you can't, like in our limited understanding, like how can we understand every single thing that's going on? Things we know, things we don't know. But it's written like the thoughts and plans I have of you or for you are of good and not of evil, right? So we just got to keep whatever we understand, whatever path we're on. We got to understand, like, okay, well, we're gonna be all right, right? You know what I mean? We're gonna be okay. You know what I mean? So, and I just gonna be one of those kind of things. Like, I think a lot of my light packs will probably be scriptural. I think it'll be pretty helpful, man. I don't know too many people who do that with like scripture. You know what I mean? Not just like basic Jesus stories and Old Testament that like most people are gonna know. Like really understand like why are you going through this right now? Someone in the past had been gone through 10 times. You know what I mean? Like Job is probably downplayed, exactly what he went through. You know what I mean? Whether it's like worse or unless some similar to that, or at least you lose one thing which he lost to the extent that he lost it, you'll be like, oh yeah, he Job went through some things, man. Like Jonah got eaten, swallowed by like a fish, like, and they say it's a whale. Just imagine like how many things underwater do we not know about? Like you can say something like yo, I'm about to say, man, I'm gonna have to be inside making these C1s. I'm telling y'all, man, like, but like, anyways, in nature, right? How many things in nature, like how many processes, along with how many like, you know what I mean, like nouns, like you know what I mean, like if y'all know like the animal kingdom, what's it called? Not genealogy. Um, what's the name? Taxonomy, I believe, is where I'll say like the first two, like kingdom, phylum, class. Like y'all, I believe that's taxonomy. Like imagine, and people who don't know what that is, like just imagine, you know what I mean? Like, and how many like you know what I mean, trees and bugs and birds and etc. Like is like underwater, bro. Like they say like a whale. Imagine there's something like worse than a whale, like something bigger than a whale. Like Jonah got swallowed by that and didn't die. You know what I mean? So like how is that like you know what I mean? So it's yo, I gotta go. Oh, we had 32 minutes, man. Like almost 33, bro. Like it's just certain things like how it's described. Like a lot of I can say like a lot of my favorite rappers because I listen to like a lot of conscious rap and stuff like that. It's like history and just like and what I've seen as well is like why are we learning about like some things that went on like in like the 1700s when X is you know what I mean like how long is it gonna take for the things that my orange dude is doing in there like that on a day to day like non-biased you know what I mean it's like almost everything he does is like biased it's like oh if you support him you must be if you're racist like I'm like how am I racist now I'm just playing like I nah, just playing. But like for them to be like non-biased, like almost, and it was even back in Valdosta days, like my I want to say my government teacher was professor was you know he didn't like not like Trump, but it was like not me saying the name, but like he did not like my dude, but like he didn't like him either. It's like, there you go again, type of thing. It's like if you were to say something like, y'all are like basketball fans, like there Lance Stevenson go again, or there Dylan Brooks go again, or something like that. It's like, oh, there he go again. Like for them to be like not biased, just like what's something you can be not biased about? Like if you have a nice car and you're talking about like you got like a Lamb or something like that. And you're talking about like a Rover, like a you know what I mean, like a Scat Pack or something like that. You're gonna be non-biased because you like what you have. You know what I mean? Like if you like something, you're not gonna be biased on something that's like a similar level. You know what I mean? And if we were to, there's only one president, so if we were to say something like, you know what I mean, like president aside, if you like your governor and you're familiar with like different states, right? So I'm pretty sure Texas, like their governor, there was some things out there. But if you were to say something like, California, like if you're coming from California to Texas, so you're probably not gonna like California's governor. But if you're going from Texas to California, you may like both of them. So it's like for you to be like unbiased about something, you gotta like multiple sides. You have to understand multiple sides, which again is too much. So see how everything kind of goes together. Like if you're wanting to talk about somebody, like you gotta understand from a multiple sides. Okay, y'all are saying this about the person. Like I'm gonna talk to them and see if it's true, but I'm not gonna go in such a way towards like literal like life journey. You know what I mean? So what I mean by that is like you can't just like okay, well they're saying this about a person. I'm gonna see for myself from like one interaction and like oh yeah y'all are right. Like that's not how like that's bias, bro. Like you gotta like all that aside and like okay, well they're saying this about the person. I'm gonna throw it away. I'm gonna try to get to know them. It's like okay, well me knowing me, like if I were to try to like figure me out, like I'll be like man, they just play. You're not serious like that. Like and then like really like I have like tendencies that I do right that will show like you know what I mean. Well, there's more to me. Like, but a lot of people wouldn't see that because like most people don't do that. It's like most people don't do that because like they don't like leave the nest. You know what I mean? So like for certain journeys, like missionaries and the disciples, like they didn't stay in like one place. It just like and like dwell there, make a family, like make their living there, and that was it. Like they went many places for me to for how I am, like and how they were. You know what I mean? So there's only you can't like yo. If I was inside, I'm aiming. Yo, I might end this man like probably 40. I think that's a good time to end this man. Like this C1 which was long overdue. And I'm gonna get to them C5s, man. Like at some point, man. At some point, man. I'm gonna bring some folks in, man. Like, C level, bro. C status done changed, bro. Like, and just like telling stories about, life stories, bro. It's like getting to like OG level. I think OGs are probably like from 38. Like, I don't know. I don't know why. I feel like 35 is like, you know what I mean? Like you're just transitioning into like OG. When you OG type thing like that, like J Cole, Drake, Sean age, right? Like right now, like they OG, bro. They know everything they're talking about plus more. They done see multiple sides to the same end and whatnot, and they can talk about it all, and that it sounds cohesive, and someone can follow it, follow their blueprint or structure. And they say, hey, don't do this right here, but if you want to do this, hey, make sure you do it this way, or this is how I did it. If you want to copy it, all on you. But if not, like I'm telling you what happened to me. I'm not saying it's gonna happen to you. And they'll be like, and they can do stuff like that, bro, because they're like older than, they're OGs like this, bro. But like, I feel like I'm almost, not like what they call like Unk, bro. Like it's like Unk and then OG. I think so, bro, because Unk used to be like 40. I guess it's switched or whatnot. Or like OG, this is different, bro. But like I know what it, I've been through some things, man. Like I've been through some things, bro. Like happiest to y'all, man. Like it was like the third, fourth time on this saying that, man. Like y'all just like y'all do your research, bro. Like I like to say, jokingly, but like for real though, like y'all do your Google searches on things, bro. Like on me too, like you know what I mean. And people just like playing with me and playing on my name and think they know my body because they don't like y'all. If I went, bro, oh man, but not like y'all research certain things, like don't just listen to one person's standpoint. You know what I mean? It's also written like he who relies on man is like trouble. Like I gotta polish on scripture, y'all, but like will be trouble. Like you're not supposed to rely on folks like that. Like you use somebody's example, or if you want to, like, but you also gotta look into it, man. Like you can't just like you can't, bro. Like it don't work like that. And the only like people who it would work like that it would be like I just said, like the disciple, like people who are not like of that like mindset and like abilities. And there's certain things that certain people just have, bro. Like if back to like anime, bro. Like and we'll use Bleach. Like this is a Bleach video, man, because this is number one, top one. Like you know what I mean for me. And then My Hero, and then so on and so forth. Like Stone, Gias, and then Darker Than Black, like the same, like it's like a line, bro. It's like one, two, and then these three right here, bro. Like, bro, certain people are just like that. Like, certain people are just like him. You know what I mean, Byakuya, Toshiro, like everybody who's most popular in Bleach is just like him. The disciples were them. You know what I mean? I'm, you know what I mean? Like I'm getting to that point, man. Like y'all keep watching the things, man. I got like 5 seconds, bro. Like happy Easter, y'all. Y'all do your research, do your things, man.